All righty. I am in Zoom and I am live in a Facebook group. So anyway, hello. This is Reverend Dr. Alfie. I'm coming at you from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I want you to know my heart is excited. My soul is delighted. My spirit is ignited to be with you on today. And I want you to know today is day 3 of my year-long birthday celebration. All right, day 3. We started on Monday, the 17th, my birthday. We celebrated, and then yesterday I talked about the imagination list, and today I want to talk about the easy button. Let me share my screen. All right, hopefully you can see that this is, let's see, can I move that out of the way? There we go. Okay, let's see, move that out of the way. All right, so I want you to see my easy button. All right, there it is right there. You can see my easy button. And I am so glad and I am so grateful for my friend who told me about the easy button. So today I want to talk about the power of the easy button. So listen, we have so much going on in our lives, right? Oh my goodness, we have all kinds of stuff going on in our lives. We've got personal, we've got professional, we've got chores, we've got church, we've got all kinds of things that are families and friends, by all means. We've got all kinds of things on our to-do list that we are responsible for in our lives. And on top of that, we live in information technology driven world that moves so fast. Years ago, you could put the check in the mail and give it 2 or 3 days, and you had some leeway in there. Well, guess what? There's no leeway anymore. And so we are on such a fast pace. We live at such a fast pace that we really have to be intentional about slowing down, about self-care, taking care of ourselves. So that's a particular piece of taking care of ourselves. But today I want to talk about the power of the easy button. So I was talking with a friend. Actually, it was on Monday. It was on my birthday, and we were talking about sometimes feeling overwhelmed. And in particular, that's true. I'm a kingdompreneur, right? Right. A kingdompreneur. What is that, you might say? Well, a kingdompreneur is an entrepreneur, right? That's where the preneur part comes from. And the kingdom is a reference to the fact that I am excuse me, not only am I a Christian, but I am a not so retired pastor, okay? And so that means I'm a not so retired pastor, and yet I'm in business. And so you combine all that, put all that together, I am a kingdompreneur. And so one of the things that happens when we are, this is true for life, period, but right now I'm talking especially about when we're kingdompreneurs, and there's so much to do, all right? So much to do. And it's very easy to feel overwhelmed. And that's true for life in general. And then that's true if we are in business, if we are kingdompreneurs. So my friend Deborah was telling me, thank you, Deborah. I hope you'll be listening. Thank you, Deborah, for teaching me about the easy button. So my easy button came yesterday, and I am so excited because it reminds me to just chill sometimes. So for example, right now I'm updating my website, and it's not quite, like I want it yet. And so anyway, I was a little disappointed when I saw it yesterday, and I thought, oh my goodness, it's not exactly what I want. And anyway, so I was kind of, not much, but concerned a little bit. So anyway, my easy button came. And so I remembered, even today as I got ready to call and talk to the people about it, guess what? I remember about my easy button. I have it right here on my desk, as you can see, and it's very close. So whenever I get, stressed out about something, I can easily remember to just hit my easy button. And so, we need to do that in life in general. We need to do that regarding our work lives. Those of us who are in business for ourselves, we need to do that in relationship to our businesses. If we are kingdompreneurs, we need to do that in relationship to our business, okay? So I just want to remind you today, the power of the easy button. That's what I want to talk about today. That's what I want you to know. And I've only had it for one day, but it has been a blessing to me already to have an easy button, to have a quick way, all those self-care ways, which are important. Those are for, that's a discussion for another day. Those are important, but I need something that's quick sometimes, something quick to remind me to, okay, just chill, slow down. Because I have learned, let me tell you this, I have learned how impatient I am. I've always thought I was a very patient person, and in many ways I am. But when it comes to, this online technological, information kind of stuff, then I'm real impatient. I want it yesterday, right? And so anyway, I've had to learn to slow myself down. When it's something I'm new, I'm trying to learn, I haven't figured it out yet. I just need to be patient with myself. Another good friend, Dr. Diana, reminded me the other day, this is new. All right, all this technology stuff for me anyway, and for her too, is new. And so we have to remind ourselves and not be frustrated and be overwhelmed. We just need to remind ourselves to chill and to push that easy button, to press that easy button. So, all right, so that's my easy button. Now listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to push an easy button. I want you to show me your easy button. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to respond in this video in the comments below, and I want you to show me your easy button, right? Right, what it is you do to quickly remind yourself to chill. This is not self-care. I'm not talking about those moments. I'm talking about that quick thing that you can do. Push your easy button, all right? So push your easy button, and not to worry, not to stress. We still have to deal with stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. We still have to deal with stuff. I still have to deal with whatever it was I was dealing with before I pushed my easy button, right? But the easy button reminds me to go ahead and chill and not be stressed out and not be hard on myself, right? Because like many of you, I have a tendency sometimes, and let me just tell you the whole story about this, right? Right? I'm I got a PhD, and I'm pretty much a smart cookie, you might say. So with all of that background and as much time as I've spent in books and learning and, all that kind of stuff, I feel like this ought to be a piece of cake for me. I just, ought to get it just like that. And guess what? There is so much of it. And, the first time you encounter something, there's a learning curve. And so what I've had to learn to do is give myself some learning curve time, all right? And not expect that it's just going to happen like that, but remember to give myself some learning curve and remember to push the easy button for myself and for everybody else and not get stressed out. And, that way we can enjoy the journey, right? What does my sign say? Christians set free to enjoy life, right? And I believe we're supposed to enjoy the journey, not be stressed out along the journey, along the way, but we're supposed to enjoy the journey, right? Jesus did the work to set us free. And so now, he said that, he did that. All right. And, we celebrated on Easter just a few weeks ago. That's grand, great, fantastic, wonderful. And, it helps us do what? Remember to chill, remember to push that easy button, not get stressed out, but to slow down a bit. I've had to tell myself to slow down a bit, give myself some learning curve time. And when I get stressed, when I'm feeling stressed, push that easy button. And it really works. Since I'm here at the computer so often, all I have to do is just push over, reach over and push my easy button and just give myself a minute or two to chill and carry on. All right. So that's what it is today, the blessing of the easy button. All right. Well, I will be with you tomorrow on day 4 for day 4 celebration, my year-long celebration, birthday celebration, as I approach the next year. All right. Yes. I am so excited about the coming of the next year. All right. All right. Now listen, you can figure that out. Either you already know, or you have to keep watching to figure out which year, which number that is for me next year. All right. Well, that's it. All right. Make sure you comment below and let me know about not just self-care, that's for another day, but I want to know what you do quickly to chill and not be stressed out and just get it done, not be stressed out. But what is your method? What is your easy button? Or if you have an easy button, take a picture and show me your easy button. What you do to kind of, get a grip real quick so you can, put that behind and that stress behind and move on and carry on and get it done, whatever it is you need to do. All right. Well, that's it for today. Have a good one. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Be blessed, everybody. Bye-bye.